When people insist your original character is actually fan art of something you've literally never seen. Consider me rage baited because I get so mad when this happens, like, don't even joke, lad. And then you look it up, and it's literally the exact same. It bothers me because it's always Homestuck, but like, girl, I've never read it, leave me be. I had to put a warning in my bio. Fuck Dean Winchester, my op for real for real. Unfortunately, every brunette who wears flannels is Dean Winchester, and there's nothing we can do about it. Does that make me Dean Winchester? I drew an OC with shaved purple hair. Oh, the Steven Universe fans were ready to tell me all about Amethyst. I had a friend tell me one of my OCs reminds them of Penguins of Madagascar fan art. My OC has a burn scar on his face, but I made sure he looks nothing like Todoroki nor Zuko. And my husband insists that he looks like Zuko. Bruh. Bro, someone once said my blue alien looked like the triangle guy from Gravity Falls. Shout out to when I first started posting about one of my first OCs on the internet, and everyone just called her a Miku copy. The only thing they both have in common is high twin tails. So, like, I know Hatsune Miku. But there were a few years in high school where anytime I drew an OC of mine with pink and purple ombre ponytails, I would always get asked if it were Miku. Is that your? Shut up, bro. My OC is red-haired. When K-pop Demon Hunters came out, for a while, so many new followers I'd get would compare one of my story's protagonists to Bobby. Like, bro, Ryuji literally existed before the movie came out. Ugh. Back when K-pop Demon Hunters was popular, my character was compared to Mystery so much, I considered redesigning him. People used to call my Sona Tord, bro. My god, I hate when people think they know more about my OC than I do. No, I did not steal from Silk Song. The character is older than the announcement of it. Yeah, I know he looks like Keith from Voltron. Stop. I know that if I posted one of my first OCs online, he would get called Michael Kaiser so bad. No, 12-year-old me, don't make an OC with white hair and light blue eyes. I used to get my one OC compared to Markiplier so much, I got mad and killed him off in my comic because I couldn't deal with it. Also, in a complete flip of the situation, I had a lot of people think my fan art of Coil from Outlast Trials was an OC of mine, and that was also quite the head-scratcher. I had an OC named Akuji in high school, who was like a femboy incubus thing, and he had a fascination with this satyr who was a doctor for other demons in the human world. And my friend said I must have copied from this other artist who also had femboy demon and human doctor OCs. I don't even remember who it was. In her defense, the femboy demon did look pretty similar, given they were both dudes with black hair and piercings. I literally wrote The Amazing Digital Circus before The Amazing Digital Circus even came out. And now I can't talk about my own well-developed OC universe without being asked if it's inspired by The Amazing Digital Circus. Me, because my OC I created before I got free internet access happened to have the same color palette as that one purple bunny dude. I got a, "Is that Furina?" on my post about my male OC. Someone compared one of my OCs to those TV heads from Skibidi Toilet. It wasn't even a TV head, it was a computer. When I was like 9, I drew a TV head with a top hat. Then Has-Been came out. Vox ruined my life. I adored that TV head. I never used him again. I had an OC named Valentino, and I had numerous people tell me to change the name because of the guy from Has-Been. I'm not letting Has Been Hotel influence my decisions. Slightly less annoying is every time I draw Zim and don't color him in, I get accused of drawing Valentino from Has Been Hotel. Like, he's not the only bitch with red eyes and no nose. Someone called my OC Alistair, and I completely redesigned him. Me, because someone said my Sona looked like Sir Pentious. I'm not a fan of Has Been Hotel. Also, the only similarity was the waistcoat and black hair, bruh. Someone said a story I wrote based on a dream I had at age 9 was Has Been Hotel fanfiction, and I sobbed because, what? My story isn't at all similar. Not everything based on demons and angels is Has Been Hotel. Half these comments have had their lives ruined by Has Been Hotel. I once showed someone my art and characters and explained my story, which is inspired mainly by Plato's theory of forms, along with other philosophical concepts, Land of the Lustrous, Chainsaw Man, surrealism, analog horror, etc. And after telling them all that lore, that person looked at me and said, "It's like you combined Hell of a Boss with the Bible." What? Is that Lady D? I fear Martha predates her by like 5 years at least. Literally, every woman with a big hat is Lady D to some posers. About 10 years ago, I drew a blonde vampire. There's so many blonde vampire characters. It's genuinely so hard to make a vampire character with light, long hair without it looking like another character. When someone told me my OC looks the same as the pretty trans girl from Jujutsu Kaisen, but I made this OC in kindergarten and have kept drawing her since. Only thing that's changed is my style and skills, really. Okay, but let's be honest, a lot of people's OCs had a phase of looking similarly to Kiara. For me, it's the other way around. I draw Undyne from Undertale all the time, and so many people have asked me if she's my OC. A 32-year-old kept insisting my OC was the son of her OC. I don't know you! Ew. She even roleplayed as him as a baby without my permission. I had someone insist my OCs were South Park girls aged up. Twin, that's weird. Why would I ever do that? I had some guy in real life proudly say he recognized the characters in my art, but they were my OCs, and he said they were My Hero Academia characters. Which, by the way, they were the opposite gender, different skin tone, and had a different hair color to the characters he was confident they were drawings of. My OC has been compared to Anya from Mouthwashing, Elle from Death Note, and Knives from Scott Pilgrim. I'm just praying with all my heart no TV show will use mushrooms as their characters because I will be fucked. I have a human OC who I designed 5 years before I watched the show Arcane, and now, whenever I post him, I get, "Is that Victor? Victor copy. He looks like Victor." Yes, I love Arcane, but my OC is not Victor or based on Victor. He's based on House, Casbrecker, and my man Alador Blight. My Splatoon OC I made in middle school, 2017, got compared to Jinx from Arcane/League of Legends. I didn't know anything about Arcane and League till 2025. It gets even worse if your character has a backstory similar to the one they're getting compared to. It's one thing to say they're similar, it's a whole different thing to say it's copied or the same. There are only so many combinations of features and traits in the world, there's going to be coincidences. But I actually did steal some of a character's design, because she's goated. Anybody ever Google image search a drawing of your own OC to see if there are any characters that look like them? I should do that now. And I decided I would try this, not with very interesting results. We'll get there. I have thought a few times in recent years that there is a character of mine, and I feel like if I ever posted things about her online, she would get compared to Vi from League of Legends. Now, League of Legends has existed since, 2009? And this character probably has existed since 2013, 2014. I don't know for sure. But I certainly did not know what League of Legends was when I was that age and drawing this character for the first time. But she's got the reddish, pinkish hair of that spiky, swoopy style, gray eyes, beats people up, is romantically entangled with a woman with a British accent. So if I posted a picture of her, I can imagine some people would be like, why are you drawing Vi from Arcane but with fairy wings? So when I saw this post and I saw that comment about reverse Google image searching, I decided to give it a try. And Vi did not show up, but art of red-haired anime style boys showed up. I guess she's an anime boy, not Vi. And you can let me know, have you ever had an OC get compared to or just straight up called some other character? Or just, is there a character that you think they could easily get compared to? I think that'd be interesting to hear about. And maybe down there in the comments you'll find someone describing an original character that happens to be very similar to your own. And then you guys can meet each other and have your little OCs be fun little doppelgangers in different universes. Ooh. My brain needs to go shut down. But not without first thanking my little ruse, my Patreon members. Nebulatic Vexen, Donka42, John Huang, Laser Scorpio, Mintara, Somnophobic Danny, Savage Otters, Valzy, Kestrel, Dragonborn Canid, and Angie Ender. Thank you so much for your extra support on Patreon. It means the world to me. Hope you guys are doing well. You're all precious people, and you mean something to the world, so don't ever let anyone make you feel like you're meaningless, because you matter. And the same goes to my YouTube channel members, my mini ruse, Foxstar Killer, Rainy Cant, Alyssa North 24, Siggy, Those Midnight Daydreams, and Snout. Thank you so much for your extra support. I'm so glad to have you be a part of my YouTube channel. You guys are all awesome too. Keep on being your best selves, because no one can be you better than you can be you, so don't try to be anyone else. Just keep being your awesome self. And I will keep being my sleepy self and tuck myself into bed now. I need to stop recording videos late at night, but will I stop? Probably not. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for sticking around to the end, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.